Which is tonight, sugar time. So I will start off the reading with some Moonology Oracle cards, one for each sign, and we'll do the Oracle cards like that at the end as well. It will be a past, present, future style reading, so probably three major subjects that are going to come up with some clarifiers, and we shall see what comes from that. Also, a little disclaimer with my readings: if I speak of masculine or feminines, it is in regards to energy, because we all embody masculine and feminine energies. So it can actually be in regards to something that's going on within yourself, within your masculine and feminine energies, within your own vessel, or it can be something that's going on with another person outside of yourself. But the things that can come up in these readings is also sometimes things that are happening in the people closest to you's lives as well. So let us begin with the card for Libra. Okay, I'll put them back. Archangel Michael, card for Libra, please. What do we have? So waning moon, what do you need to release? Libra, what is it that you need to release? Okay, and then Gemini. So Gemini, please, Archangel Michael. We have You Are Good Enough, full moon in Virgo, Gemini. Okay, then we have Aquarius, please. Aquarius, what do we have for Aquarius? Okay, wow. Full moon in Libra, a win-win outcome is forecast. So positive times ahead for Aquarians and for everyone, really. But let us move on to the actual tarot spread. Archangel Michael. Okay, just a couple more. And one more. Okay. This is the past. That's the present, and that's the future. So, let us see what we have. The past, we have the Two of Cups, about connections, partnerships, emotional fulfillment with two people, basically. But then we have the Two of Swords, about indecision, not seeing all the facts and being able to make a decision, possibly about this connection, whether this was you or something that you're dealing with. Then we have the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is about emotional, well, a heartfelt soul wish being granted. So the universe basically knowing what it is that you most desire and bringing that forward for you and manifesting it in your reality, which I believe is a second chance potentially for some people, because Judgment card is about epiphanies, realizations, and second chances. Potential reconciliation energy may be here. Then we have the Ace of Cups, about what makes your emotional cup overflow, what brings your heart and soul joy and makes you feel good. And happiness is an inside job. However, sometimes having soulful connections can also help. Then we have the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is air sign energy, so this could be about you. How you need to sort of be more embodying your own authentic energy to sort of do what you came here to do and be who you need to be, and to find your own emotional fulfillment. Alrighty, now let us go on to current energies. Beneath the Two of Cups, we have the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is usually someone that has a lot to share with the world because they've been through a lot. So in this particular card, he is going off. He has a lot to say and he's saying it. He's not holding back for anyone. Eight of Swords. So this is in regards to something that you were feeling stuck about. So whether this is you or somebody else in your reality, in the current energy, they're starting to speak up about what they've been through, how much they've grown, and possibly it was in regards to a situation that's been making them feel stuck, like they're limited for options in this world. Then we have the Five of Cups, about about mourning over emotional loss of connections, friends, partners, things like that. That is clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck. However, he is moving towards something solid. He is on a workhorse. So this is solid progress in the direction of possibly stopping mourning over lost love. However, it's not happening very quickly. And even in this card, the Knight of Pentacles, he really does look like he's pining over something. Like, really, I miss them so much. Oh, I wish they were here. Well, they're gone, buddy. They're gone. They've drifted off into the sunset. So they're gone. Sorry to say it. Then we have the Five of Wands. Emotional immaturity, people fighting to be leader of the pack. You know, I'm better than you, I make more money than you, I have a nicer house than you. Very 3D, very low vibrational energy. And then that's clarified by the Six of Wands. So you're going to have some sort of a victory against all that kind of energy of pettiness and immaturity and infighting and, you know, it's almost like a control freak energy, but it's more immature than that. It's like kids fighting for the lollipop or the last piece of cake kind of thing. It's silly stuff. Okay, so let's move into the future energy. We have the Three of Swords, which is about heartbreak, third-party situation in some cases. Then we have the Fool, so taking a leap of faith in regards to heartbreak that has happened in the past, possibly. Then we have the Tower card, about unstable foundations coming to an end because it's divinely guided and it's time for you to fly the coop and get away from all that chaos. Then we have the High Priestess. So this is definitely guided by your higher self and your soul because it is meant to be for you, for this, whatever the situation is, to come to an end and for you to step away from it. Then we have the Nine of Pentacles, the card of a single person building their abundance, stability, and prosperity, or even their empire from the ground up on their own, basically, but being very, very comfortable in the process. Yes, you may have to work hard, but you won't be uncomfortable. That is the vibe I'm getting there. And then we have the card of balance, stability, juggling, work-life balance, your spiritual life and your personal life, things like that, finding the harmony and balance. You know, you can't be all work and no play. You need to have some quality time for yourself so you can feel good about the life that you're living. So finding that balance for some of you. But I am actually going to pull some clarifiers on this occasion. So we're starting off in the past with the Two of Cups. I would like some information about this Two of Cups situation. This Two of Cups is usually about a connection. It's about two cellmates coming together, exchanging their cup of love. So I feel like there was a bit of indecision in regards to a connection in the past. More information on this Two of Cups and Two of Swords. Okay, so it was a spiritual connection, possibly a soulmate. In some cases, it could have been a false twin flame kind of dynamic. But there was a connection where there was a soulful connection. And because of certain things that were unseen, unknown, for whatever reason, whether it was intentional or unintentional, sometimes people are in denial about things for a long, long time. Maybe they were in denial about the spiritual nature of this connection. They made it superficial and they tried to make it all about what they were going to get out of it or something like that. However, with the clarifier of the Hierophant, it's about a spiritual connection. It's about a divinely guided soulmate connection. Okay, it's something that brought growth and evolution to both of these people. However, I believe that in the past, it may have fizzled out or come to an end because of the indecision that has taken place in this situation. And this could actually be in regards to like a spiritual business or some sort of an entrepreneurship where you didn't see the potential that your guides and the universe saw for you. And so you kind of limited your scope of perspective and you didn't pursue this, but it is your spiritual calling. It is your purpose. It is what you were meant to do. And because of the indecision, maybe you didn't sort of step forward. It's just a bit so you can see better. Okay, so let's go into the Nine of Cups in the past. So as I had said, the Nine of Cups is about your most heartfelt wishes being granted from the universe. Yeah, the Nine of Cups in the traditional tarot shows them holding, actually not in the traditional tarot, in some tarots, somebody's holding like a golden cup when there's 8 other cups that are like silver around them. So it's almost like the holy grail of emotional fulfillment is what whatever your holy grail of emotional fulfillment is, whether it is to be with a partner, whether it to be happily single and childless, whatever that case may be. I feel like you've had some epiphanies and realizations in regards to that in the past because of whatever this dynamic was not coming into fulfillment or fruition as the universe had initially intended it to. Because sometimes the universe will put two people together and they will not figure their stuff out. That's just how it works. At any given time, people can make any number of decisions, and any decision can completely change the course of action and how things turn out. It's kind of crazy. It's almost like destinies can be rewritten based on free will choices and decisions that are made by people. So that's possibly another realization as well. Because maybe when this connection was in your life, you had a certain idea of what your holy grail of emotional fulfillment was. But maybe since this has transpired, you've had this realization in the recent past where, hang on a second, a partner, two kids, and a white picket fence is not for me. Maybe I want to be a single parent and a business owner and a badass and be the king or queen on my throne and decide very carefully and very slowly who I let into my life. Because my own self worth, my personal journey of healing, growth, evolution, and how I live my life and how I raise my kids, or whatever the case may be, whether you have kids or not, it's kind of like a complete shift in perspective. It's like a lot of people are breaking ancestral patterns of behavior and ancestral karma. So it's almost like that as well. You kind of, all your life, you're programmed to believe that this is what you wanted. However, all of a sudden, you're presented with a situation where you're like, no, I don't want that. I don't want the same crap that everybody's had before. I want something different. I want something else. I want something more than this. I want something that sets my soul on fire and makes me feel like I've got something in my life that actually nourishes it and brings fulfillment and positive things into my life rather than feeling depleted, messed around, left hanging. I'm seeing just like a person hanging on a string, swinging in midair kind of thing. Nobody wants to feel like they're a yo-yo on somebody's string, Okay. For some of you, I'm feeling like, can I have a clarifier for this Nine of Cups and Judgment, please? Okay, Judgment, please. Okay. It's about a juggling act, possibly, as well. What I'm feeling is, for some of you, you thought you had found your happily ever after, your emotional fulfillment, the person that makes you feel happy and that you want to be with them. However, they were a juggler, and you're realizing that. Sometimes hindsight is 2020. You may have ignored the red flags when this person was in your life the previous time around. However, maybe recent events or incidents, experiences have brought more information to light. Like the epiphanies, the enlightenment, the lightning bolt realizations of, oh, how come I did not see that? How did I miss that? Like, shouldn't have been so obvious to me when I saw, felt, experienced this particular situation. However, I didn't know, and it was almost like you were meant to be in that person's life for a certain period of time. That's why when they were doing just juggling crap, you didn't actually see it. It was like that information was hidden from you. However, in hindsight, things since you may have distanced yourself from this situation to be able to sort of sit with your own feelings and your thoughts, you've had this realization that this person was a bit of a juggler and was a bit of a waste of your time, and maybe what they brought to the table is not what is good for you. Okay, because Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, you're naturally pretty analytical people. You think things out. You consider all options. However, there may have been red flags and things that you missed, but that was divinely guided. You were meant to, because you were meant to be in this person's life for a certain period of time, learn and grow with this person, and even pain grows people and teaches people things, So let's move on to the Ace of Cups and the Queen of Swords. So in the past as well, I feel like because of this realization, you've had to reevaluate your focus and go within, because this is your card, air signs. Okay, so it's almost like you can be your own Ace of Cups. You can be the divine feminine to your divine masculine. You can be your own holy grail of emotional fulfillment. You don't need a person outside of yourself. It's almost like this stuff that happened in the past sent you on a journey of self-love and emotional healing and changing of patterns and breaking free from societal, ancestral, familial programming. This whole idea of we all need a partner to be fulfilled and complete and be happy. And if you don't have someone, your life is lacking something. No, there are people out there that are ecstatically happy being single long term. They have plenty of love in their life, and they have enough self love and self awareness and acceptance of self to not feel lonely just because they don't have a partner in their life. So I feel like some of you are having that realization. It's kind of like, yeah, just because all of my family are married with kids does not mean that that's the right path for me. And what if I just want to be like, okay, well, I'll adopt some kids one day or something like that? Maybe you don't want to have kids. Whatever it is, it's like this thing of my happily ever after, my holy grail looks very different to everybody else's, and I'm okay with that, and I'm owning it. Because the Queen of Swords is a woman who is been hurt, but she's can speak her truth. Sometimes she can be cutting, but in this case, because it's with the Ace of Cups, it's like this is an emotionally balanced person standing and in their truth and being honest with themselves as well as the universe about what they truly want and what emotionally fulfill them. Okay, I changed your mind. Can I clarify the Ace of Cups and Queen of Swords, please? Okay, yeah. So Nine of Cups in the reverse, same card that we had here. So yeah, it's almost like because a certain emotional wish did not get granted, something that you thought you wanted very, very much didn't work out. You kind of started healing and learning how to love yourself and found the love that you wanted outside of yourself within. That's a beautiful word, journey. And you should commend yourself for that because that is not easy to be the person that's constantly seeking things outside of yourself and then to all of a sudden go on this path of evolution and growth and to become this person that's now basking in self-love and does not feel any lack from not having a partner in their life, basically. Because a lot of people can be sort of bound to that way of thinking and programming. And that can actually be kind of depressing too when you're surrounded by people that are all coupled up. Okay, so let us get into the current energies for the full moon onwards, which is today. Then we have the Knight of Swords and the Eight of Swords. So I feel like you or somebody around you is going to start truly speaking their truth and speaking up about their thoughts, feelings, experiences about certain things, whether this is to someone close to them, whether this is on some sort of social media platform or something like that. I really feel like some of you are you have some sort of a channel or a platform where you have free reign to create content, and part of that content or part of your healing journey for others of you that are not creating content is to start to speak your truth to the people in your life and around you about the things that you've experienced. And whatever this is something that was making you feel stuck before, whether it's this connection, okay, because it was a narcissistic dynamic. So if you have survived a narcissistic abusive relationship and you've come out of that and you've done the healing and you're truly ready to share your story and tell the world about it without feeling any shame or any fear of criticism and things like that, because all you're truly doing is sharing a piece of your own experience so that you can bring some insight and some wisdom to other people in the world to maybe minimize some of the sadness and the suffering that they might experience because of the similar situations that they may experience in their lives, if that makes sense. It's almost like you had to be the whipping boy to go through all this stuff, and then now you're able to share all this knowledge and wisdom and experience about this stuff and how you survived this stuff to bring it to other people. But whatever it was making you feel stuck. So let's find out, what was the situation, the Eight of Swords? I've been my Queen of Swords. Sorry, Wands. So whether this is to do with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, it was a situation that you were feeling stuck in regards to a Queen of Wands. Whether it was about you not being able to be assertive and stand up for yourself, and you were getting bullied in some kind of situation. Because the Queen of Wands is very, very assertive. She knows who she is, she knows what she wants, she tells it like it is, and she doesn't care how you feel about it because she stands in her truth and she's authentic. She's very, very passionate, very, very fiery, and very go getter kind of energy. So it's almost like whether this kind of energy was taken from you from some sort of narcissistic abusive dynamic or psychological emotional manipulation and abuse. I really feel like you're becoming unstuck and you're actually going to start speaking your truth, whether that is to a counselor, friend, family, whether that's on a social media platform, whatever it is. This speaking your truth will help you to heal what has gone on a soul level. It's almost like part of the healing process. Okay, you need to feel it to heal it. So yes, we sit there and we cry and we feel all the horrible things. But then the next layer of the onion is expressing it. When you can speak about the traumas and the experiences that you've been through in your life without bursting into tears, it shows that you've healed. Like I've literally been on this journey myself where there were things I used to talk about and I'd burst into tears as soon as I start talking about it. But a few years later, I can talk about it with a straight face. Yes, okay, my eyes might get a little bit teary, but that is it. I wouldn't actually get that emotional to be able to cry over the situation because, time heals all wounds, I just heard. So it's a matter of just allowing time to naturally heal certain things for you to be ready to truly express yourself about it. And maybe you didn't think that you could ever speak about this because it was too much of a horrible trauma, or too much of a horrible dynamic, or you felt too ashamed of the fact that you allowed this situation to occur. Because, yeah, I really feel that. Because the thing is, Queen of Wands is a very assertive, strong woman. Maybe, woman or man, maybe you're a very, very strong, centered human being before whoever this Two of Cups person was that came into your life. And with the experience you had with them, it kind of shot your confidence and made you feel stuck, made you feel like their belittling of you was actually the truth of your truth, basically. You started owning their truth because of their criticism and all of their judgment. It's like, when you've had verbal abuse as a young person, it becomes your programming. If a person says one word to you which is derogatory or negative enough times, your subconscious will repeat that to you every time you feel disappointed in yourself or like you failed or you didn't do the best you possibly could. It's a form of self-sabotage and psychological programming that happens from trauma and abuse, but it happens to everybody. And it's not even that, it's repetitive sort of experiences that kind of make your solar plexus shrink, kind of thing. Those where you just go, oh my goodness, I feel so powerless. I feel like, I'm being controlled or I'm under other people's control or everything in my life is being guided and manipulated and, decided by other people or energies outside of myself. So yeah, good to say that you are going to be breaking free of that energy. Yes, sons. So let's move on. Then we have the Five of Cups. So I really feel like you're going to start speaking your truth about something that you were feeling stuck about, but it was a emotional connection that has gone. And it may have been with an earth sign, not necessary. It could have been any sign, but we've got water and earth represented here. So Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But I really feel like you've been mourning the loss of this connection for a prolonged period of time. And it's almost like this connection has been gone for a long time. And maybe there's a vibe or a feeling of, yes, this connection may want to come back at some point. But it's coming back so slowly that you may as well turn into a skeleton with cobwebs on, like waiting for this connection to return. For some of you, I feel like that's the case. But I'm being told to clarify because I feel like there's more to the storyline here. Five of Cups, Angel Michael, please clarify. That, and then there we go. So the Five of Cups. Ugh. Okay. You're mourning the loss of a master manipulator. Like, I was about to say dudes. So, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. The person that you were mourning the loss of was actually a con artist, a manipulator, and an emotional terrorist. I just heard. Whew. Archangel Michael saying emotional terrorist is not good. This is a person that likes to play with people's hearts, They like to feel like they're the center of your universe and reel you in. However, just to play it cool and to move as slowly possibly as they can towards this imaginary carrot that they're dangling as this goal of being with them, possibly, you know? Let me get a clarifier on this Knight of Pentacles, please. Beautiful Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so this could be an air sign, but yeah, moving extremely slowly towards you, basically. That's how these cards are looking at the moment, because Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, this is your card, Queen of Swords again. So it was almost like they were so slowly moving towards you, but there was no intention to actually move towards you. Maybe there was some sort of connection. Maybe they did feel drawn in to you and this connection. However, they are an emotional terrorist and a bit of a narcissist. Sorry to say that. So, more in the current energy, we have the Five of Wands with the Six of Wands. So that's one. Firstly, it's a progression of energy. So that really is good. It's almost like the universe giving you a little pat on the back saying, no matter what it looks like in your present moment or in the everyday, you're making progress on your journey. So you're heading towards victory. Victory against the immature energies of the past. This con artist, the manipulator, the person in the past that couldn't figure out what they wanted when it came to you. You're going to have victory in regards to this situation. So let me get some clarifiers. Okay, Michael, please clarify the 5 of Wands and 6 of Wands dynamic, please. Okay, recognition and strength have come flying out. So 3 of Pentacles is about recognition. It's like this person is elevated compared to these other people. And it's almost like these people in the past may have gossiped and backstabbed and bitched and moaned and blah, blah, blah. But this person was busy doing their thing, building themselves up, creating whatever it is that they're creating, a platform, following, working hard on their craft, whatever it is. But now, all of a sudden, the people that were bitching and backstabbing and going, air sign ain't shit, air sign's freaking this, that, and the other, we know this, we know that, blah, 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 blah. They're starting to see that they ain't shit, they don't know shit, and air sign is up on that platform being oohed and ahed at by other people from the world, and they're like, oh, I guess I poo-pooed on the wrong person. I really feel that. It's that energy of, oh, I was trying to, lie, cheat, steal, manipulate, backstab, bitch, defame, talk shit about you behind your back with your friends, whatever it was. But while I was doing that, you were working away on whatever it is that you were doing, building your craft, working on your passion, your purpose, whatever. And the final result is that you having the strength to freaking walk away victorious with your head held high, like an absolute master in your own right, being able to tame a wild lion with your own bare hands. Okay, that's pretty awesome, because it's like you've been abused and bullied and manipulated and taken advantage of and taken for granted for a while. And because 6 of Wands is about a long fought victory after years and years of being at war. Okay, like literally, you may feel like you have been at war for years and years with a bunch of childish, backstabbing manipulators, or one person maybe even. However, you had the strength to walk away, and now you're going to be victorious, and good times are ahead. I feel like your entire divine team is applauding this, like the fact that you had the strength to break free of this situation and know your worth and sort of rise above it, and not let all the toxicity and the cruelty sort of bring you down and bring you down to their level. Okay, so moving on from this full moon, we have the 3 of Swords with the Fool card. The 3 of Swords is about a third party situation, being stabbed in the heart, basically, by a situation where you thought that it was a mutually loving connection, possibly, and somebody's possibly either cheated, backstabbed, or betrayed, whether this is with a personal partnership or a friendship or a family ship. Does not matter. We can still feel betrayed by, people that we have platonic relationships with. So, I feel like some of you are going to take some sort of a leap of faith in regards to someone that may have hurt you in the past. Like with this dynamic, this could be in regards to this person in the 2 of Cups wanting to try again, start with a clean slate. So some of you might actually be taking a leap of faith and seeing what happens with this person. And others of you might be putting yourself out there again because you're healing from the heartbreak and the betrayal of the past. You've been on a journey of self-love and you love your company and things like that. But you know what? Now it's time to socialize and it's time to mingle because you may have been in hermit mode for a while. The healing journey can make you go into isolation quite deeply. So let's have a clarifier, Archangel Michael, for the Three of Swords and the Fool. What is this situation? Do tell. Okay. Wow. Okay. So we have the Three of Swords. That is coupled up with the Four of Pentacles. It really is. Like Four of Pentacles is about keeping to yourself, playing your cards close to your chest. Okay. So it's almost like because you got hurt and betrayed, you were isolating and keeping to yourself, not getting out there in the physical world to meet people, not being seen, not even maintaining self-care in some of your cases. Because you basically have been put through the ringer. It's almost like you put your all into this person and they hurt you so bad or screwed you over so bad that I just heard that you sort of went, fuck this. I'm not up for relationships. I'm not doing this again. I am done with partners and things like that. However, in the future, we have you potentially taking a leap of faith with the King of Pentacles. So that's a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Father, leader, business owner, coach, freaking management, anything like that. The King of Pentacles is very abundant, very stable, very prosperous person. So this leap of faith could be in regards to that. And this could also be like a business venture or a business partnership for others of you. It doesn't have to be a relationship. You know, these two cards coupled together, this could actually be about you wanting to start a business, you starting to embody the King of Pentacles energy yourself and wanting to be the master of your own domain, the king of your own castle, things like that. However, for others of you, I feel like there may be a leap of faith in regards to a King of Pentacles. And that, gosh, that will potentially lead to a blow up because your higher self is like, we ain't taking this crap anymore or again, whatever the case may be. Because the Tower card, Major Arcana, is about divinely guided situations, relationships, connections, dynamics in your life that are unstable, built on false foundations. Don't bring meaning to your life, don't bring any nourishment or any value to your life. Those things coming undone. It's almost like you're bound to a situation, and this Tower moment is kind of allowing you to fly away. And I get that Two of Pentacles energy. It's like you breaking free of this situation is bringing more balance into your life, whatever this situation is for you. But the lightning and the thunder has broken this owl's cage, and he's flying free towards freedom. And then we have the High Priestess card. Okay, High Priestess is literally about higher self guidance. This is you embodying your higher self and understanding that the destruction of this situation or this connection in your life is divinely guided. Everything happens for a reason. There's a season for everything. Some connections are meant to last for a long time. Some connections are meant to be short term, go in, hot and heavy, quick, and a couple of weeks and hello, who is that person now? Like, sometimes it can be like that. Other times it can be about a long term connection. So I'm going to go some clarifiers. Can I have a clarifier for the Tower, please? What's the situation? What's going to hit the fan? What is this about? Tower, please. And of course it is. The Two of Cups, the card that we started this reading with. Okay, so the Tower is about this person potentially. You might be taking a leap of faith to reconnect with this person, but it's going to blow up in your face, is what I'm getting. Sorry to say it, but I'm just telling it like I'm seeing it. Now, just clarify this High Priestess. Because the thing is, it's almost like the ending of this connection was divinely guided. It was meant to come to an end. It sent you on a journey of evolution and growth. It's almost like, ooh, you're the shiny pentacle again. I spoiled you and I scuffed you. Now you're all shiny and pretty again. I want to scuff you up again. That's the energy I'm getting. Higher self. Whoa, wow. Okay, this person is a sociopath. Okay, Page of Swords in the upright is a person that's a bit of they're okay, lacking confidence. They're a bit sneaky. They might be spying on you, snooping around a bit, sticking their nose in your business when they shouldn't be. However, this in the reverse is a very extreme distortion of that. This is like obsessive stuff. This is a person that, you know, OCD when it comes to a person. Clingy, all that kind of stuff. So it's almost like you start getting creeper vibes. You take the leap of faith, you start getting creeper vibes because your higher self is like, nah. This person is not healthy. They're toxic, they're codependent, and it's a control issue thing. I really feel like this person only wants you back because they lost you in the first place. When they had you, they didn't want you, left you on the shelf for somebody else to have. Now that you're like, yeah, I'm going to get back out there, I'm going to have, I'm going to have another partnership or see what happens, blah, 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 live a bit. Now they're like, I want you back. Yes, I want you back. Because if I can't have you, nobody can have you, but I don't really want you anyway. So just listen to your higher self. Everything happens for a reason. Maybe you still got rose-colored glasses on about this person and you see them from a perspective that is not realistic. Maybe you're still being a little bit naive about stuff, maybe. And this leap of faith reconnection, however long it's going to last, it will be short-lived, I just said. It might teach you a few things. It might show you a few things that you missed the last time. Like I said, that idea of missing the red flags, like hindsight is 2020. You didn't see it at the time, but you do see it now. And it makes so much sense as to why everything went the way it did. Okay, so the last two cards we have is the Nine of Pentacles. The person that is happily single, living their life on their own terms, doing their own thing, and building their empire from the ground up by themselves, but quite comfortable and happy about it. And the Two of Pentacles is a clarifier. So this is you standing in your own power and your truth, working away at building your empire, your stability, your future, your, nest egg, whether it's saving for a house, paying off a house, whatever the case may be. But you finding the work-life balance and, having enough time for yourself and your self-care and your daily needs, things like that, your cooking, cleaning, etc., but also putting your nose to the grinding wheel and working at something and creating something so that you have got stability and comfort in your future. So please clarify the Two of Pentacles, please. Anything else you want to tell me? Yeah. Okay, so Two of Pentacles is not just about balance. It's about breaking free from the things that make you feel burdened. It's like completely releasing all of the burdens that have held you back in life, that have taken away your ability to be stable. It's in the upright. There you go. So it's not that extreme, but you're basically going to reprioritize your life. The connections, the chores, the activities, whatever it is that actually really require your time. You're going to kind of minimize things. Like you're not going to waste time on social media. You're not going to sit there on YouTube watching stuff for hours and hours. You're going to seriously get focused and do what you need to do because you want to be the king or queen of your empire. And you want to know that you built this from the ground up all by yourself. And you will. Yes, you will. I feel that for you very much. Okay. Let us conclude these readings with some tea leaf cards. Archangel Michael. We're starting off with Feather. Someone you know is undependable and insincere. The Two of Cups person. Okay. What else do we have? Archangel Michael. We have Moon. Changes in your life. Good changes. Okay. Ram. A stubborn, erratic person. Okay. And Vulture. Depression, anxiety, worry that someone is against you. That was Ram. That's a Vulture. Okay, anything else from this deck, Archangel Michael? Courage, a journey either physical or mental. other cards. Then we have, that was Courage. Then we have Wheel, indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. I feel like that's that person that you were dealing with. Vase, a secret admirer. Hello. Maybe that person is picking up the energy of the secret admirer energy, and that's why they're like, no, they're mine. Yes, that is mine. My precious. No, not your precious. So then pay attention to your work. Then we've got Wishbone. A wish is granted. And I really feel like it's with the work energy. Aha! Astral House of Wealth. So really, it is a time to seriously focus on building your empire. Then the final card we have is Spiritual Love. See, what you lost was not the Holy Grail. What you lost was what tried to... it was a gold painted turd. Even if it's painted in gold, it's still a turd at the end of the day. Okay. All right. So, Wisdom of the Oracle. I feel like Wisdom of the Oracle is nearly right now. We need that wise energy. Okay, Jimmy. What do we have for Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck, please? Libra, please. That's for Libra. Wow. Number 1, Yang. Oh. Masculine energy. Assertiveness. Go get them. Go create your empire. Build it from the ground up. Okay, Gemini. What do we have for Gemini? Wow. Okay, so for Gemini, 46, regeneration. A rebirth from within. Alright. Last card for Aquarius, please. Wow, we have Serendipity in reverse. That's number 18. Okay. So, Libra, we have card number 1 for you. That is your card. And it says, the masculine principle of movement and creative activity. The power to make things happen and taking action. So, the Oracle's message says, Yang represents the power of action, the energies that propel the world forward and manifesting thought and desire into concrete form. Now is the perfect time to act, for you can easily build momentum and make headway. What you want will come to fruition if you proceed confidently. This card signifies new life and is a sure sign that obstacles have been overcome. There is no reason to hesitate. You are the shaper of your destiny now. Wow. Okay, relationship message. It says, circumstances are supporting action on your part. It's okay to make the first move. Trust that you will quickly know where you stand. In matters of the heart, there is movement toward your highest good. So go forth with assurance. Passion is in the air, and now is the time to dance to the tune of love. Take the lead. And in regards to prosperity, it says projects, partnerships, and all matters relating to your business are out of the obstacle phase and onto the make it happen phase now. Now is the time to stake your claim and get things done. While you can expect to be busier than usual, this card tells you that you have all the energy and vitality you need to accomplish your goals. Abundance is waiting for you to claim it. Very nice. Okay, number 46, regeneration for Gemini. Okay, that is a card, and it says rebirth, second chances, and new opportunities. It says second chances are available to you now. Whatever opportunities you thought were dead are now revived in a more authentic, stronger form. Whatever you may have perceived as a failure or loss is now being replaced by something better and more powerful growing in its place. I literally just said this. This rebirth is assured. Step into your life. Into your new life. Destiny is being fulfilled in wondrous ways. Wow, Gemini. So, relationship message. The world is based on connections and relationships. No matter what loss has occurred in the past or even now, death and endings are only illusions. There is life after death, love after loss, and in this moment, you are radiating the regenerative life force energy that makes you irresistible to love in all forms. Now is the time when you will see evidence of this new emergence. Can you feel it? Love is rising up to greet you. Wow. And finally, the prosperity message. What happens when it appears you failed at something? Did you see the beauty in the lesson? The understanding that arises from difficulties is like a seed that lies dormant for a time. Then, once it germinates in your subconscious, it pushes through into your awareness. It is becoming apparent that there is a new you, a new start, a more powerful version and form of what you began to plant in the garden of your imagination has surfaced. You are ripe for success. New opportunities, much better than those that came before, appear like gifts from the gods. Now is one of those times when you, out of seeming loss and failure, comes remarkable abundance. Do not dwell on the past because you really are experiencing a rebirth. Whoa, I really hope that all the Geminis out there have this going on because this is a beautiful reading. Okay, so Aquarius, number 18, serendipity in reverse, which is a protection message only, which is fine. So serendipity, essential meaning is opportunity allied with readiness, the awareness of synchronicity, luck and good fortune appearing as signs and symbols, a magical alignment of events. So your protection message says, perhaps you felt almost certain that serendipitous events were meant to lead to something better. It was supposed to be the perfect business, or that person you gave your heart to was supposed to be the one, yet it fell apart. Consider this. Sometimes synchronicity and serendipity come together to lead you directly into difficulties in order to deliver an important lesson you need to learn before you hit the jackpot. Don't get caught up in the drama of disappointment. There really is a silver lining in this cloud. Spirit always knows what you need and is guiding you to where you are meant to go. Pay attention to the signs presented to you. Wow. Literally, that's it. Some connections are not meant to last. You know, take the lessons, let the rest go. Oh, you cannot write this stuff. Okay, final messages from Mystical Shaman Oracle. And then I will say goodbye. So Archangel Michael, what do you have for Libra, please? Libra, wow. We have number 41, which comes down to a 5, the number of change. Rainbow. The rainbow. Okay. Gemini, please. We have the Ancient Ones in reverse, number 1. Ancestral energy right there. Then Aquarius, please. Okay, card for Aquarius, please. Aquarius, please. Wow. Number 47, the Smoky Mirror. That's a really beautiful card. It's a very spiritual time for a lot of people. But we are all awakening, so that makes sense. Okay, so we will start off with Libra. When the cards are in upright, we have the invitation, and when it's in the reverse, we have the medicine. So, firstly, the essence of this card says, the rainbow symbolizes the 7 steps of a true spiritual path, which manifest as the colors of the 7 chakras. In the Himalayas, the rainbow body is seen as the full realization of our essence. The rainbow also represents the bridge between the physical and the spiritual worlds. At the end of our lives, we can journey across the rainbow bridge to the highest heavenly realms. When the rainbow appears, it is an affirmation that all is well and that you are in the right relationship with spirit. Oh, wow. Okay, so your invitation says, the rainbow tells you that the end of the storm is near. Persevere and remember that it is darkest just before the dawn. Do not give up hope. things are about to take a positive turn. Listen for the morning rooster that announces the coming of the dawn even while the night is still darkest. But do not claim victory yet or let your guard down fully. So if you're going through rough times, Libra, like, don't throw in the towel, because it's almost like the second you do, it's going to be like, shit, I should have held on. It's like throwing a scratchy in the bin without looking at it properly, and the next person's like, hang on a second, I just won the jackpot when they walk past the bin. I really feel that, so please be careful. All right, Gemini. Card number 1, the Ancient Ones. So. Says the Ancient Ones are the shamans of old who defeated death and escaped from the tyranny of time. The Ancient Ones walked the earth like us in flesh and bone. Now they reside in infinity and can counsel us after we say yes to our calling. They are available to help us attain our full realization. So the medicine here is, the Ancient Ones beseech you to examine your attitudes and actions and be sure that they are out of the highest integrity. Not forgiving an ancestor or yourself is keeping you from the freedom you seek. Remember, this is no longer your karma. You can break the chains that once bound you to the family drama and be free of your generational curses. Forgive the ones you need to release. Honor your biological ancestors by lighting a candle to them tonight. And a candle of forgiveness. To say what bygones are bygones. And let that energy go. That is if you choose to. Okay. And then Aquarius, number 47. Excuse me. So that is your card for Aquarius. And the message is, the smoky mirror represents the aspects of what is implied yet cannot be immediately known in the world. The mystery of how things come together and how they fall apart without obvious casualty. This symbol also represents the shadow of human psyche, the parts of the self that one disowns. The smoky mirror can also represent a state of denial or the inability or refusal to see the truth. Okay, so your invitation says, when the symbol of the smoky mirror appears, you are invited to see beyond your own self. Acknowledge that past the limits of your current ability to perceive, there is a vast, interconnected world where events are orchestrated in divine order, but challenging to fully grasp. Now is the time to trust that no matter what the current conditions of your world reflect, in the hidden realms, all aspects of the human journey are celebrated. The beauty and the darkness, the misery and the courage. No matter where you are on your journey, know that some things are meant to be a mystery, which you are meant to understand only through experience. Take heart, for the smoky mirror will ultimately show you beauty and wonder once the fog lifts the distortion you see now. All right. I will say no more. Sending you all love and light. Until next time, air signs.